Hello and welcome to another Kindle review with Amy. Today I'll be covering the new Kindle Paperwhite, which came out on October 1st. I have this in the 3G and Wi-Fi version, though it's kind of applicable to all the Kindle Paperwhite that are out. I'll be doing a small comparison to compare the improvements and changes from the Kindle Touch. To see my Kindle Touch review from last year, you can click on this link over here and it'll take you right over. But for now, let's talk about the Kindle White, and we'll get right to the demo and the review. Okay, so here we are with the new Kindle, which looks like this. It's pretty sleek in size, but I don't really notice a particularly strong difference between this one and the previous Kindle. Put together, it's ever so slightly smaller. Let's see if I can show that. It's ever so slightly smaller by like that much. And put on its side, it's a little bit thinner, but not noticeably. So first I want to talk about this product without the new paper light feature, because that's the most important, so I'm going to say that for a little bit. So I've turned the light feature all the way down. We have a new home screen. Here, in the top part of the home screen, we have a couple of new buttons. Here's a menu, and back, this is the light control, the Kindle cart for the store, and also here is a search button. Most of these features were in on the previous Kindle, but not quite so well organized, and we have a more streamlined menu as well. The new font is nice. I really prefer this font for browsing and a serif font for reading, but that is your preference because it's so much higher resolution than the previous Kindle and even the current generation Nook. They're able to give us several new fonts, which I will attempt to show you here. These include Baskerville, Palantino, which is what I prefer reading on, Futura, Helvetica, etc. You have the usual margin and line spacing options, and this is about where I like it. So here we have just a normal book. This is, I believe, a memoir by a servant in the early 20th century, and just as with the Kindle Touch, it, moves forward in page numbers by tapping on the right side of the screen, and the very left thin strip goes back. Not much is new here. I assume you know how this works, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to the menu and take a look at some of the new features. So here we have a new option, which is the cover view. And it'll allow you to view all your books in cover view. These are my collections, so they don't have special covers. So the new cover view feature is kind of cumbersome. It gives you 6 books per page, which I find to be, acceptable. It's not great, but it's not terrible. But it does help you if you're more of a visual person. Let's take a look at this house on Riverton. You still get your usual table of contents. A couple of updates ago, when you do Go To, I found on the Kindles that you get this really nice table of contents right as you go to the Go To page. Instead of having to click Go To Table of Contents, it has the table of contents for you. It kind of reads your mind a little bit better knowing that you want to go to the table of contents when you hit Go To. Another new feature here, let's see, hit Exit. Another new feature here is this left in chapter. So because I had, scrolled around and messed around here, it says 28 minutes left in book, which is utterly untrue. But as you start to read this book, it'll start to calculate how fast you're reading, and the more data it has, the more it'll become familiar with how fast you read. And then you'll be able to get a really nice, accurate estimate of how long it's going to take for you to finish a chapter or a book, which, hasn't stopped me from reading until 5 or 6 at night, but, if it helps you, it helps you. So next, let's talk about the glow light. I'm going to turn off the light in this room, and in a minute, I'm going to come back and we'll work on the light. Okay, so here we are, not in total utter darkness, but it's pretty dark. I wouldn't read in conditions like this. So here we have the light menu, and you can swap it up and down, like that. I'm going to have it to like a medium. So this is nice and easily readable. It's very bright. The back is very white. I find myself keeping the light on, even when I don't need it. It's pretty even lighting. I did have a little bit of uneven lighting near the bottom the first couple of days, but that's all gone now. It's worn in quite nicely. It's completely even. I don't notice any problems. I do kind of miss the home button on the bottom and the audio jack on the bottom. But other than that, the form factor is great. It looks great while you're reading, especially with the light on. Couple of page turns, going back to the menu, list view. So really, I don't have much to say about this. It works wonderfully, and it imports collections from your previous Kindle even more easily than it did before. It was a cinch getting it to start running, and it has this new improved menu, which I really enjoy, this setting menu. It has an airplane mode, so you can turn off and on your 3G and Wi-Fi simultaneously, which makes much more sense than doing it one at a time. And it has the usual device options with parental controls, device passcode, the device time, personalization, and language and dictionaries. One thing that kind of is new since the last Kindle is that since the last Kindle they had a kind of an in-between update that updated this product with tons of languages. It's now available in Japanese or Chinese, which is my other home language, Italian, Russian. It just has a ton of languages I haven't even begun to explore, but I use it in English. You know, I'm American. What can I do? So it has collections as usual, which hasn't been revamped since it was first introduced back in the Kindle 1 or Kindle 2 or Kindle keyboard days. There's not much new here other than the light, which is beautiful and even. The texture of the screen, as some reviewers have mentioned, is different. It feels a little bit textured. It's not totally smooth, and it's actually quite nice. It kind of helps you figure out how far you're swiping, actually. It really grounds you, and it's a slight difference from the Kindle Touch, but the light difference is certainly noticeable. In this medium lighting here, the difference is huge, but you're not really losing that much contrast, to be honest. The contrast is probably the same, only it's wider in the back, so it's easier to read. So this is very, very readable. I'm going to sleep. Oops. There we go. So the contrast is really not that great, and it's totally still readable. If this will come back into focus, it'll be readable. So I quite enjoy this product. I haven't really missed the old Kindle since I got this. So one of the other things about this is that the additional contrast and the higher resolution is just day and night compared to the Kindle Touch. It's so much clearer and higher resolution than the Kindle Touch. It's extremely, extremely much more readable. Let's see if I can show you. I wish I could show you side by side, even clearer. But I don't know if you can tell. That's not the same font, so it's not quite there, so let me change to a book. These are not the same book, but they're about the same size. Let me zoom in and try to show you what I mean. So here we have the two, side by side. And if it will focus, that would be lovely. Side by side, you can see that the text on the new Kindle is much sharper. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can see that. The new font in the new menu is great. I love the time left function. That's something I really enjoy. I also really enjoy the new case, and for the first time in 3 generations, I don't find myself buying an Oberon third-party case. So I've got the light back on so I can show you the new case. It looks like this. It's persimmon, it's genuine leather, so if you're a vegan like my best friend, you're out of luck. Hopefully they'll come up with other, better non-vegan options. It's shaped exactly like the Kindle, but a little bit bigger. It's very sturdy and protects very well. It has a magnetic clasp here to the edge. I'm going to go ahead and pop it in. It pops in very easily, like so. And there we have it. So when you have this case closed, the Kindle goes to sleep. When you open it, it comes right back to life. So there we have it for my Kindle Paperwhite review. Overall, I love this product. I think I kind of regret upgrading to the Kindle Touch last year. Last year I thought that the Kindle Touch was a great upgrade, but this is just miles and miles above the Kindle Touch. Most notably, I love the light and how much contrast it has even with the light on, or especially with the light on even. I love this. It's made with this carbon fiber-like layer that lights it from above, so it's nothing like reading an LCD screen. It's not shining the light right in your eye, but rather shining down at the device. And it just is incredibly easy to read. Everything works perfectly, and I couldn't be happier with it. So if you like to purchase it. I think it's a great upgrade from whatever e-reader that's previously been out. I definitely believe this is the best e-reader out on the market right now, and I'll be using it a lot. I adore the case. Everything about this is just so well thought out, so well designed. Amazon is really thinking about the user as they design these products, and it just works beautifully. And this persimmon case color is gorgeous and to die for. And I promise my nail color is entirely by accident. So check out the box below for pricing information, and hopefully I'll see you soon. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to go ahead and comment below and let me know what you think. I hope this has been a helpful video to you, and it has helped you decide on the Kindle Paperwhite or not, whatever works for you. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.